We're at T-minus 9 minutes and counting, and the ground launch sequencer has been initiated. NASA Test Director Jeff Spaulding is about to call for the transmittal of stored pre-launch commands, as Atlantis is only 9 minutes away from launch on a supply mission to the International Space Station.
PLT, OTC, connect essential buses to fuel cells for your checklist.
OTC, PLT at work.
And pilot Scott Altman is flipping switches in the cockpit to directly connect the 3 fuel cells to the essential power buses. T-minus 8 minutes and counting. Coming up on the orbiter access arm to be retracted away from the vehicle. This is the walkway used by the crew to gain entry into and out of the vehicle, and it can be returned to position within seconds if necessary.
TRPS, OTC, start APU strip chart recorders.
TRPS, strip chart recorder started.
PLT, perform APU pre-start.
OTC, PLT, APU pre-start, in work.
Scott Altman, the pilot, is now setting switches in the cockpit to put the 3 power units into ready to start configuration. T-minus 6 minutes and counting.
OTC, pre-start complete, 3 gray talkbacks.
OTC copies.
And we're coming up on a go for our APU start, standing by for that momentarily.
Orbiter APU start.
And we have a go for auxiliary power unit activation. That has been reported complete.
CDR, reconfigure heaters.
Heater race, make them work.
Heater rate config is complete. OTC copies.
We see 3 good APUs.
OTC copies.
This mission carries a crew of 7 who will spend the next 12 days in space performing a spacewalk and delivering supplies to the orbiting International Space Station. Everything continues to go well. T-minus 4 minutes and counting.
4.
And a final test of the flight control surfaces is being conducted at this time. This is a programmed pattern of movements designed to verify the readiness for launch of the engines and other flight control surfaces. The main engines are being gimbaled as a final test before launch. Everything continues to look good. All is going well for launch this morning. T-minus 3 minutes and counting.
Atlantis go for LO2 pressurization.
Coming up momentarily, the gaseous oxygen vent hood will be slowly retracted away from the top of the external tank.
PLT in work.
Inside this tank is about 500,000 gallons of super cold liquid fuels that run the orbiter's 3 main engines.
OTC, PLT, caution warning cleared and all expected errors.
Copy.
Again, everything continues to look good and we're cleared for launch today. No problems are being reported from the vehicle or the crew.
Initiate 02 flow. Copy that.
T-minus 2 minutes and counting.
Atlantis go for ET LH2 pressurization.
T-minus 1 minute, 45 seconds and counting, and all systems are go. Atlantis is about 90 seconds from launch.
One minute, 30 seconds.
T-minus 1 minute and counting. We're transferring to orbiter internal power at this time, and Atlantis is now running off its 3 onboard fuel cells. Coming up on a go for auto sequence start in about 10 seconds. And we have a go for auto sequence start. Atlantis' onboard computers have primary control of all the vehicle's critical functions. T-minus 20 seconds. T-minus 15 seconds. 11, 10, 9, 8. We have a go for main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1. We have booster ignition and liftoff of the Space Shuttle Atlantis, opening the door to a permanent human presence in space.
Houston, roger, roll.
Houston now controlling the flight of Atlantis. Atlantis completing its role, placing the shuttle in a heads-down, wings level position for the 8.5-minute ride to orbit. Seven seconds into the flight, Atlantis' 3 liquid fuel main engines now throttling back in a 3-step fashion to 72% of rated performance. That will reduce the stress on the shuttle as it breaks through the sound barrier. Everything looking very good for Atlantis. Almost 1 minute into the flight, the main engine's now beginning to rev up.
Houston, go at throttle up.
Copy, Houston. We're go with throttle up.
The throttle up call acknowledged by Commander Terry Wilcutt aboard Atlantis. Wilcutt joined on the flight deck by pilot Scott Altman, flight engineer Rick Mastracchio, and mission specialist Ed Liu. Down on the middeck, mission specialists Dan Burbank, Yuri Malenchenko, and Boris Maryukov, representing the Russian Aviation and Space Agency. Atlantis already 16 miles in altitude, 13 miles downrange, traveling at a relative inertial speed of 2,200 miles per hour. 3 good main engines, 3 good fuel cells, 3 good hydraulic power units aboard the orbiter. 1 minute 50 seconds into the flight, standing by for solid rocket booster separation. SRB separation confirmed.
Atlantis, 2-engine TOW.
Copy, 2-engine TOW.
That call indicating that if one engine should fail, Atlantis could reach its transoceanic abort site at Zaragoza, Spain. However, all 3 main engines continue to function normally. Atlantis now traveling 3,500 miles per hour, 43 miles in altitude, 65 miles downrange. A good orbiter so far for the 7 astronauts and cosmonauts on board.
Team.